Hello, welcome to the Women's Nest. Today is February 3rd and it is the afternoon. I woke up not really feeling much of anything, so I wasn't going to do it today, and then not really hungry, so I'm on my lunch break and figured let's try to upload it. It may never even upload, so I may just share this with myself. February 3rd. Edge up against your pain and give it a name. Patricia Benson. So give your pain a name. Dwelling on our pain is unproductive and can heighten our anxieties. However, we do need to identify the pain, give it attention, and then be willing to let it go. Naming it sheds light on it, preventing the pain from living in the shadows where it remains free to haunt us. That's only half of it, but I'm gonna talk about that first. So, dwelling on pain is unproductive, and I feel like it's good to talk about it, but not dwell on it, right? Not let it be all consuming of my life. And it can heighten our anxieties. And I think a lot of the pain comes from the what if I could have changed this, or what if this happened. And we all know that wanting to know what if it's futile. There's nothing we can do to change what happened. We can change our perspective on it, and that's huge. For me that's huge. I changed my perspective on being homeless when my son was younger. It was a shameful time, but it really wasn't, right? Perspective is I got to experience some things that I probably wouldn't have, and more importantly, I left an unhealthy situation, which I know I wouldn't have done on my own. So, right, I can name that pain, and then I give it away. So, and then it says, preventing the pain from living in the shadows where it remains free to haunt us. I think I may have mentioned to some people, I do myofascia now, and it's crazy how much, at least in my experience, I experienced something, and then I just let it simmer inside of me, and it may never come out. A lot of times it came out when I was intoxicated, and it wouldn't come out in a healthy way, but it came out that way. And my natural instinct is to hold it in, and I've found through this myofascia stuff that I held so much in, and it actually hurt my body. So some of the pain that I'm experiencing, while some of it is physical, a lot of it is my mental inability to let it go. So this, to me, today is a huge lesson. Life is never wholly free from struggle and pain. As part of the human community, we learn significant lessons, and our willingness to experience the journey may sometimes appear directly related to the amount of pain we have suffered. But letting our steps be guided by our higher power, instead of fearfully resisting that power, we make our lesson easier to learn and our journey smoother. When the pain-filled moments come, as they may today, we can remember to acknowledge them and give them over to our higher power. So whatever that higher power is, it's just literally I don't have to hold on to the pain. I don't have to be the only one to suffer in that pain. And I've heard people say their higher power works through people. Huge advocate of that, right? Because there's things that people have done for me that I would not do for myself. And if I share the pain that I'm experiencing with just one other person, and hopefully you have a trusted confidant that you can share whatever's going on with, I'm letting go of that pain, right? I'm kind of asking that friend, hey, can you take this on? And whatever they do with it is up to them, right? They may just say, nope, I don't want it either, and give it up to, Mother Nature or the universe, whatever. But sometimes I just have to like get it out of my system, and for me, like, personally, I use my sponsor for that, right? Like we've gone through the recovery part of it, and now it's living part of it too, right? I share a lot with that person, and a lot of that is not just pain, but also joys. But I share a lot of that with her. So today I will recognize my pain if it comes, and I will take responsibility for my part in it. It will leave when I do my part and let my higher power do the rest. So I have to take responsibility for my part of the pain. And sometimes I'm a part of the pain. Sometimes I'm not. But if I have a part in it, I need to take responsibility for that. And then I need to move on, like what happens like when a marriage ends, right? Sometimes it's one-sided, but usually it's two sides. Like, what part did I have? Did I have the part of being overbearing? Did I have the part of not trusting? Did I have the part of cheating on them, or going through their phone obsessively? Like, what was my part? And I have to be willing to acknowledge it, put a name to it, right? That's a pretty big part too, putting a name to it, and then letting it go. Now, letting it go can also be like, I'm not going to do that again. What if you're just lying to yourself, right? Like, I know I'm going to continue to go through their phone because I don't trust them. Well, then that's on you. Like, you gotta be able to like let it go. And if you're not willing to, then the pain's going to continue to last, right? I think I'm okay saying this one. So, I think I had mentioned before that my son had pretty much gotten the opportunity to test and all that good stuff, local union, and he had started the process and then didn't follow through with the process, and I was like, why is he doing this? I was in pain, thinking that I knew what was best for him. And it took not like a couple of days, not a couple of weeks. It took a couple of months for me to finally say my part was like pushing my expectation on him of what I thought was best for them. So I was in pain. I'm like, I don't understand why he doesn't want to go union and do all this stuff and be successful. And that's just a freaking title anyways, right? What is success? But once I finally let go of that, I wasn't in pain for the decision he made anymore. Like, it was his choice. And I'm glad it was his choice, because I don't want to ever be the reason that they second guess something, So yeah, that's it. All right. Take care. Talk soon. Love you guys.